We head overseas now. Israel says it's investigating what caused a fire that killed more than 45 Palestinian civilians after airstrikes hit tent encampments in Rafah Sunday night. Both the military and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu described the deaths as a tragic mistake. But that didn't stop more strikes from hitting Rafah just 24 hours later, resulting in more civilian deaths. Chaos in Rafah continues today. Witnesses, first responders, and hospital officials say at least 37 Palestinians were killed in renewed Israeli shelling and strikes on displacement camps in Rafah. One such attack happened around 3 a.m. local time in Tal al-Sultan camp in western Rafah when a strike hit 3 tents. A second attack happened this afternoon when an Israeli strike hit a displacement camp in the southern coastal town of Al-Mawasi. It's north of Rafah and is an alleged safe zone. Today's deadly events pummeled the same area where strikes had triggered a deadly fire that killed at least 45 civilians. The Israeli military says it is investigating what sparked the blaze.
Despite our efforts to minimize civilian casualties during the strike, the fire that broke out was unexpected and unintended. This is a devastating incident which we did not expect.
Israel says it's carrying out limited operations in eastern Rafah along the Gaza-Egypt border as the United States and other allies of the country continue to warn against a full-fledged offensive in the city.
On Sunday night, we eliminated senior Hamas terrorists in a targeted strike on a compound used by Hamas in Rafah. The strike was based on precise intelligence that indicated that these terrorists, who were responsible for orchestrating and executing terror attacks against Israelis, were meeting inside the specific structure we targeted.
We've been very clear. Of course, Israel should not carry out strikes in the designated safer areas where they have told people to move. They say that's not what happened here. They're going to conduct a full investigation. We're going to wait the outcome of that investigation before passing judgment, as I think is fully appropriate to do. We want to have all the facts at our disposal.
An initial investigation by Israel found the blaze was caused by a secondary explosion, and the military is looking into the possibility that weapons were stored in the area. There is some hope in Gaza today, however, as Spain, Norway, and Ireland officially recognized a Palestinian state.
April's tragic mistake was the bombing of aid workers providing food to starving Gazans. May's tragic mistake was the bombing of displaced children, parents, and families who had fled to a designated safe zone in truly apoplectic scenes. What will June's tragic mistake be? And more importantly, what are we all in this world going to do to stop it? If countries do not now take this formal step to recognize Palestine, I fear there may not be the opportunity in the future.
The 3 European Union countries say they hope their decision accelerates efforts to secure a ceasefire in Israel's war with Hamas in Gaza and spurs other EU countries to follow suit.
We thank these countries. I think these countries step this step because they would like to make something like political pressure on Israel, because they cannot make military pressure on Israel, and it is political support for the Palestinians, and we hope that it will encourage other countries to go on the same path, which may lead to the end of war, maybe.
Israel and Hamas's war has killed more than 36,000 Palestinians after 1,200 people were killed on October 7th, the day more than 250 hostages were also taken.